Hey guys, Kayla from K Crochets here. Today I'm going to show you how to create this knotted textured headband. This accessory is great for gift giving, it's great for markets, and best of all, it's great for using that stash. There's no gauge requirement, which means you can use whatever hook size you want with whatever yarn you have on hand. For example, I am currently wearing one that's made with worsted weight yarn, and I think I used a 5mm crochet hook. This one that I'm going to show you in the tutorial that I have yet to weave in the ends on, this one is a light 3 yarn with a 4mm crochet hook. So again, no gauge is required. Use whatever you want. I just use measurements so you're able to do that. Hope you guys enjoy making it. If you do, please like and subscribe. Before we get started, I'm going to have you guys work just a couple equations. This is going to let you create a custom headband that's going to fit whoever's going to be wearing it perfectly. So go ahead and write down your letter A, B, and C because we will be using those measurements later on. All right, to make this headband, you're going to need a tape measure, a blunt threading needle, a pair of scissors, and any hook size with any yarn weight you want. I am personally using a 4mm crochet hook with this gorgeous Must Be Merino yarn. To begin, go ahead and grab your hook and your yarn and start off by making a slip knot. If you do not know how to make a slip knot or the basics to crochet, I recommend clicking the link at the top right of your screen, learning those basics, and then coming back. All right, so you're going to need to chain an odd number, and you're going to want it to reach 1.5 inches approximately. So go ahead and do that. I am personally going to chain 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then again, grab that tape measure and make sure it's around 1.5 inches because I personally want a 3-inch headband. So this is going to be half of that. If you want a thicker headband, make it a little bit longer. And it's right over 1.5 inches, and that is just fine. We're then going to turn our chain. This is very important in this pattern, and we're going to be working into the back loop right there. So normally you just go into the second chain from hook right there, but we're not going to be doing that. Again, you're going to work into the second back loop right there, and you're going to make a single crochet. This will help your headband in the front look more seamless. You're then going to place a double crochet in the back bump in the next stitch. And that's the repeat across. You're going to single crochet in the back bump and then double crochet in the back bump. And you're going to do that all the way across, and then you're going to turn your work. All right, coming up on the last chain, I'm going to finish with a double crochet. You should have an even number of stitches on row 1 if you chained an odd number, because the first chain does not count as a stitch in this pattern. And that's how your row should look so far. Again, turn your work, and you're going to chain 1 to begin row 2. And that is going to be the same repeat across, guys. Super easy. This is called the lemon peel stitch. You're going to single crochet above any double crochet, and you're going to double crochet over any single crochet. So the repeat is single crochet, double crochet across, again ending with a double crochet. And this is what your work should look like so far at the end of row 2. All right, go ahead and turn your work to begin row 3. And guys, row 2 is the repeat for this pattern. Again, it's called the lemon peel stitch. You're going to chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and repeat that across, ending with a double crochet. You're going to repeat row 2 until your work reaches approximately 6 inches. So go ahead and do that. Pause the video if you need to, and then come back for your next step. Alrighty, I believe my headband is almost 6 inches, so I'm going to check at the end of this row. Grab that tape measure. And that is close enough for me. So we will go on to the next row. You will now be connecting the first row and the current row by working across them both. To do so, you're going to fold the bottom row, which is row 1, up to the current row, and then work across them both. So you have not turned your work, you have not chained one. We are flipping the bottom up to the top like so. And we're going to again continue the current row we're on just across the beginning chain now. So again, flipping the bottom up to the top, like so. And we are going to continue this row. We ended with a double crochet, so we're going to start with a single crochet on the next piece. You're going to go under 2 loops, just like you would if it was a regular stitch, but again, you're working across that beginning chain. And make sure you pull this first single crochet tight, that way there's less of a gap. And then you're going to just simply repeat the pattern we have been doing, so single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, making sure you work under at least 2 loops. And continue to do that across. You should still finish with a double crochet. All right, this is what your work should look like so far. We have created that first loop like that. And now your stitch count has doubled. So I went from 8 stitches to 16 stitches. And now you're simply going to repeat row 2, which is the chain 1, single crochet, double crochet, all the way across. You're going to do that until your headband measures letter C, which for me was 9 inches. So go ahead and pause the video and return when you're ready for the next step. All right, so my headband measures almost 9 inches. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to chain 1, cut the yarn, again, leaving a long tail. And this is what your first piece of this headband should look like. So go ahead and put that first piece to the side, grab a new strand of yarn, and start by making a slip knot. You're then going to chain the same number of odd chains that you did for the first piece. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 9. And just like you did before, you're going to turn your chain, working into the back loop for row 1. You're going to single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, all the way across. And we're going to turn our work, and for row 2 you're going to chain 1, and the repeat is single crochet, double crochet, just like before. You're going to repeat row 2 the same amount of times that you did for the first piece. So I'm going to repeat row 2 until it reaches 6 inches. So go ahead and do that, and then come back whenever you're ready for the next step. All right, so my headband measures approximately 6 inches. I'm going to stop here and grab my first piece. And we are going to be taking the first row of the second piece that we're working on, right there, and we're going to slide it through the loop of the first piece, like so. Just like that. So let me show you again, just so we don't mess this part up. So this is how you create that twist. You're going to take the first row of the second piece, slide it through the loop of the first piece, and we're going to be making another loop like so by folding it up to the current row, like this. And just like before, we're going to work under the beginning chains under 2 loops, starting with a single crochet, making sure that first stitch is tight so there's not much of a gap. And you're going to work the lemon peel stitch across, so single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, all the way across, ending with a double crochet. Okay, so this is what your headband should look like so far. We have created that twisty knot for the front, and now we just have to complete the headband by working the lemon peel stitch. You're going to do that the same number of times that you did for the first piece. So go ahead and do that and come back when you're ready for the next step. Okay, so I have made the same number of rows as I did for the first piece. I'm going to determine which side I'd like to be facing out and flip my work to that side to prepare for seaming. You are then going to fold the ends together like so, and we are going to whip stitch across. So go ahead and grab that blunt threading needle. You're going to go under 2 loops of one end and then 2 loops of another like so, pulling that through, and then going back to the same side and doing that again. So going under 2 loops of one side, 2 loops of another, pulling through, and do that until you have seamed it together. You're then going to weave in all your ends and wear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and even leave a comment letting me know so. If there's another tutorial you'd like to see from me, let me know. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and happy making.